I want to tell you about the X1 cargo bike bag by Xtracycle. There's three main features of this bag that I want to call out. One is the lock pocket, two is the jacket pocket, and three is the freeloader cargo sling. Each one of them, as their name suggests, have a function associated with them. The simple function of carrying a lock day to day, turns out that's the reality. You need just a place to put a small thing. Jacket fits into this niche of kind of things like lunches and water bottles that you need a kind of a tight and secure place to put those. And then finally, for all the other things you would want to carry, whether it's bags of groceries or literally things as big as kayaks, most people use the bulk of the function of the bag comes from this freeloader sling and kind of a minimalist design with maximalist features. So let me introduce you to the X2 bag. There's three main features of this bag which make it just an all-rounder, a truly designed experience. Okay, you've got a main cargo bay, you've got a freeloader sling, and you've got a rain lid. Okay, now what do each of those do? Let's take it apart here. Okay, so I'm gonna flip up the lid and expose the inner bag. This is called the cargo bay. It's actually got some inner mesh pocket, but the main thing that this bag is for is to give you that experience like if you have a messenger bag or even luggage in general, you have a main compartment. This is the main compartment. It's very bag-like. We're not asking you to sort of adopt the old system, which is the freeloader, which is kind of freaky and you can do anything with it. This is just a bag-like experience. It turns out it also has an inner liner which makes it water resistant. The key to its function, which I just want to point out briefly, is the cinch strap here, which creates, this cinch strap creates kind of a purse mouth, which keeps your load, whatever you throw in there, stable and hugged onto the bike. So for instance, 2 bags of groceries, no problem. You're not gonna even notice it's there. Next, this is the outer sling. We call it the freeloader sling. We originally came up with that word because it was about like truly infinite capacity to just carry things you never thought. So the true ability to freeload. It also turned out that your friends always wanted to carry their stuff, so the freeloaders took advantage of you. But the point of this was that you have these expandable straps and this sling essentially that comes out and can carry things that you just wouldn't normally be able to even conceive of carrying on a bike. Imagine a ladder or a kayak or even lumber, not to mention of course duffel bags and lawn chairs. I mean, it's truly like kind of as far as you can imagine. People have carried it with that. And it works by essentially pulling away from this main compartment, and then these straps actually plug onto the frame here, and you can kind of use this double layer functionality. Finally, I just want to give a quick intro to the rain lid. The rain lid is made up of a material that's of course waterproof, but it also has some really cool hooks and Velcro that enable it to kind of cinch down over the top of your bag and keep things dry and tight. Has a cool little inner pocket here. You can stash your cell phone or keys. We found that over time. It's just something that you always kind of need easy access to a pocket. The thing that's kind of fun about this, I get to be like a little magician here. I'll show you. X2 lid is removable. In testing, we learned that my son, he's still riding in a child seat, so child seats bolt onto the flight deck and the legs stick down, and it turned out when we had in our first designs a lid that was not removable. In other words, it was important, it was covering, and we wanted to have that rain protection, but it turned out that with that leg of the bolted on cargo seat sticking down, or the bolted on child seat, you couldn't get the bag open. But if you're somebody who, like me, has used this bag for just a multitude of uses, and in particular you're in a place that maybe has a little bit of rain and you are inspired to ride year-round with your cargo and with your kids, you're going to want to consider getting the X2 cargo bike bag.